10 years passed after the night Harry Potter was left on the Dursleys' doorstep. Harry had grown into a thin, small boy with untidy black hair and round glasses. He lived in the cupboard under the stairs, a dark and uncomfortable space. The Dursleys treated him badly, giving him old clothes that were too big and never celebrating his birthdays. They spoiled their son, Dudley, who was fat, selfish, and cruel. Harry often felt lonely. He knew very little about his parents because whenever he asked questions, the Dursleys refused to answer. They told him his mother and father had died in a car accident. Harry sometimes dreamed of a green flash of light and a high laugh, but he didn't understand what it meant. One morning in June, it was Dudley's birthday. The Dursleys planned to take him to the zoo with his best friend, Piers. Mrs. Figg, the old neighbour who usually looked after Harry, had broken her leg, so the Dursleys had no choice but to bring Harry along. Uncle Vernon gave Harry a strict warning: no funny business. Strange things sometimes happened around Harry, like his hair growing back overnight, or him suddenly ending up on the school roof when he was trying to escape bullies. The Dursleys believed he was causing trouble, though Harry never understood how these things happened. At the zoo, Dudley and Piers ran from one animal to another, shouting and laughing, while Harry quietly followed. They stopped in front of a large snake in the reptile house. The snake lay still, looking bored. Dudley complained that it wasn't moving, and he walked away. Harry stayed behind and looked at the snake with interest. To his surprise, the snake winked at him. Harry leaned closer and whispered, and the snake seemed to understand. It moved its head as if listening. Harry realized he could talk to it in some strange way. Just then, Dudley and Piers returned, pushing Harry out of the way so they could see. Annoyed, Harry pressed his hand against the glass. Suddenly, the glass disappeared. Dudley fell forward into the snake's enclosure, and the huge snake slithered out into the reptile house. People screamed and ran, but the snake only moved calmly toward the exit, pausing to give Harry another wink before leaving. The zookeepers were shocked, and Aunt Petunia screamed at Dudley, who was soaked and frightened. Everyone accused Harry of making the glass vanish. Uncle Vernon was furious. When they returned home, he locked Harry in his cupboard as punishment, without giving him food. Harry lay in the dark, thinking about what had happened. He didn't understand how he had spoken to a snake or why the glass had disappeared. All he knew was that strange things always seemed to happen around him. He felt different from other children, but he couldn't explain why. Harry didn't know it yet, but the world he truly belonged to was waiting for him, just beyond the Dursleys' control.